and this is a great segue. This is a great
You don't know how
segue. So, data centers were never really on my radar when it was more CPU based, right? So AWS, I've been on AWS for many, many years for my personal projects. And, I always went to two regions, North Virginia or Oregon, right? East or West. And I never really thought too much about it. And then, the GPUs were creeping in. And then when I was working at H2O, we sold this product called driverless AI, which was GPU enabled, and it allowed to do parallel training of models. And it was great, right? And so we were spinning up more and more, GPU instances and so forth. But then now, especially with generative AI, or this realm that we're dealing with right now, and all these, models and reasoning models and agents now, the need for them is there. And we've seen a huge pushback, right, from the public on that. I mean, there's a huge, I can get off on a tangent, right, especially flock cameras and on all the surveillance state stuff, right? But this is not a conspiracy podcast. But but the need for the data centers is there, right? Like there was an article, since my background is in civil engineering, there was an article, and I stay on top of, construction and stuff like that. There was an article, and I think it was maybe from the Engineering News Record, I don't remember. It was saying that if you took out data center construction from the US economy now, the construction industry would actually be negative, not drastically negative, but negative. So it would be contracting. So right now, the game in town in construction is data centers, right? And then you hear the public saying, well, we hate data centers. They make a lot of noise. They use up a lot of our water. They're destroying the fabric of communities because they're plopping them down in different spots, right? Like if I shared that Axios article with you.
Plus the runoff, right? The radiation and everything else.
And consumption of fossil fuels, right? Greenhouse gases, like in the Axios article, which was from October 29 of last year, it was saying stuff like, Texas has over 405 data centers that are currently operational, and Virginia has 633. And so what they're trying to do is, they're planning another 442 in Texas.